Everyone, welcome to this very fundamental course of HTML and CSS. And in this lesson, we will learn about the basic HTML tags, CSS properties, and how to link the HTML and CSS together, so on. We will be using my preferred code editor, Visual Studio Code along, and we will create something like this. A basic website about cat, headline, paragraph, and image on the right, and we will style this as we want. There is an underline, some red colors, and a bold heading, and the font is different. Everything we will cover. And you can also use your favorite editors as Notepad, Notepad++, Atom, Sublime Text, brackets, anything. Literally anything you prefer, you can use it, no problem. But as I am familiar with VS Code, so I'll be stick to the VS Code in this tutorial. And what we will learn, so we will learn the basics of HTML5 and CSS3, the fundamentals, and we will also learn about the Visual Studio Code and its extensions and how to use the extensions to get the benefits out of it. And we will also learn about the debugger tool, or some might say developer tool, inside Chrome, or here I am using the Brave browser, so in that. Or you can also try your Microsoft Edge or Opera Mini or Mozilla Firefox. Each one of our browser has the developer tool. And the last thing we'll learn is responsive. Like if we create a website for our desktop version, we also need to create another portion for mobile. Like we'll talk about that. Let's get to the next topic, and how to follow this course and how you will be get the most out of it. Okay, so the whole course has been divided into some smaller sections, as you can see, like this video. So every section has episodes of around 10 to 15 minutes per episode. So you have your full attention throughout the whole episode. When you're watching, just keep focused, just keep watching. Don't just pause and code. Don't just try to copy the code or something. So yeah, do not code along, just just watch what I'm doing, and I'll explain while I'm doing the steps. So when I'm doing something, you will just watch, and then after finishing the episode, you will go back to your Visual Studio Code and try to code that along, like thinking what he did and how he did that. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I remember that. Then try to do it. Okay, so that's the system. And if you're stuck, revisit the episode, so you will understand where you start. Okay, so some extensions we need. That first thing we need is live server. Okay, what is a live server? We will learn what is a live server, but at first you just need to take a note, like we need to install this, and we also need to install the prettier code formatter. We'll talk about that later in the second episode. And we also have our developer tool. Sorry, we also have our developer tool. So in Chrome or Brave, we have the similar kind of developer tool. So if you're having Chrome or Brave on your computer, so when you are working with an HTML file, it helps a lot when you are working with it. We'll talk about that later in a bit. So here you go, responsive web. Like I have taken an example from Google website. This is the Google desktop version or desktop view. So when you're in desktop or laptop, you see kind of this big search box and Google search, and I'm feeling lucky, and the header or the logo, something looks like this. But when we go back to our mobile, you see, the not about the dark or white theme, I'm not focusing on that, but I'm just focusing on how the search bar looks different, and how the images section goes right to left, and how there is a pop-up about Google information or something. So that is the responsive design. So after finishing this first episode, you should take a note about what you're going to learn, and just when you are learning that, just tick it off so you know you have learned it. Okay, so I'll see you on the next episode.